Welcome to the Carita History Podcast. Ever have some feign for something in your mind before? The feigns for established for many actions, feigns for established and grow to be attitude for something, and some sight, and develop to be a root of culture for next time. How do you call that thing? Feign, belief, or just philosophy will? Religions maybe that's the word for many people call it. That for good side and bad sides depend from degree for judge and looking. Sometimes that things be permeated in your body and mind when you was young to be old. We do never know that before. Or just grow up when you got some happen, some knowledge, or never have situations before. So atheist is not found, it's just other way for belief. Because differentiations be beautiful thing in the world, and it still be. But just keep learning for your stand. The Southeast Asia regions have this thing we cannot reject that's have in the general life, and we cannot reject if one to understand history in this area. You must know the logic background. So the big question, what time we should consider? Answer is not what time, but when. Exactly, we shouldn't consider just one time, but should consider when in the past. But it doesn't matter for fixed date, because it's very difficult for refined time from research. What influenced religion in Southeast Asia? Many people often to guess that be Islam, but truth is not. Religion is be root and influence for society of Southeast Asia that be nature worship and Hindu. If you consider in Tariq Padani by Fakish Ali, ever right when the 300 years ago, before translation to Rumi language, when the 1898. For have a detail like the Arabian or Persians come for trade, when still believe the old religions before Islam, like Zoroaster, the Judai of Musa prophet, until the religions of Isa prophet. But religion is making people in this area almost believe. And interesting, there is a Hindu like writing in the Tariq Padani said like the part of people that have worshipped nature religions, but almost they chose to believe Hindu religions and still believe that when they begin to trade with Indian, Arabian and Persian. So how Islam begin to believe since or before 11th to 50. Then after that time, Buddhist religions come to be popular when spread by Indians from Sri Lanka or South Deccan regions from trade road. But the kind of Buddhist be like your own Theravada that is not similar like a Thai Buddhist now, and have a different way for right. Because like everyone know, the native people in Southeast Asia, they have a root culture from Hindu. So for that reason, they have the mixed right sometime. You can look in name, in the leader, or language for right, or worship process something that be a Sanskrit and Bali language. so that history developed to be unique rise of Buddhists in Southeast Asia now. And then the last religion has come to be popular in Southeast Asia, that is Islamic. So do we assume Islamic comes since 1000? The cross Indochina. Indochina is in the North Thailand area by the two main groups. They are Arabian and Persian. In the Champa, the old empire in South Vietnam and West Cambodia area, it will have record documents said like they have one Muslim priest, or we are called it Imam, named Randil Abu Ahmed Kamil. They spread Islamic religion into Jamba and make that to be a main religion in that area after that time. Other things still have the writings by Thomas Arnold from book named The Preaching of Islam. There is a book said the Arabian merchants come to establish port of trade road in the Malaya regions before Portuguese come. So you will know after the 1036 by estimate, the almost area in Southeast Asia received influence from Islamic until the main and the general religions. But in nobility group and king or leaders to be a Buddhist or Theravada, and they become to be a really Muslim by estimate since the 1457. So you will know, religion is come to be influenced for idea and minds of people in Southeast Asia that have many types, and that is make a unique thing in the present day. Exactly, that's beautiful things, but in the real life, humans are often cannot to separate between mind thing and belief right of individual. Someday, if you want to do some things with difference with other people, there will be used base rule of culture and logic of them for force you to be the same thing. Exactly, that is wrong. If differentiations still have since old day to now, that is not wonder now still have too. Old day have respect for right to do and believe together, and now should still be true. Last time, the real this episode most want to tell to you, my lovely listener. Religions be just choice to believe and actions for individual rights. But in the community cannot use just private base, so should use national principle. That is a good way. You can follow Carita History Podcast in Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube with searching the Carita History Podcast or the Carita Podcast. Because almost all team member of Carita Podcast is still be senior university student. This month is a close for exam, interview for career, and some person have business talk and busy for process to study abroad for master degree. Maybe we can publish podcast for some week in this month. Apologize for this problem. So our team decides in next month everything is come back to be standard time, published like before. Thank you everyone for listening, and I hope you enjoy this episode. See you next time. Bye.